Welcome to round three of the Passion for Open Wheelers Manager 2023 series, live from Buenos Aires. We're going to get qualifying going very shortly, but first, before that, we're just going to go through the standings of the championship. If you missed round two at Interlagos.
Yeah, hello from Lorenzo. And these are the drivers' standings as of race 2, which was Interlagos. So we have Hitoshi Ogawa for PHP leading the championship with 40 points and 1 win. Followed really closely at 37 points by Fabrizio Barbatta of ARGRT, winner of the Interlagos race. As you may remember if you watched the stream, it was a very hectic race. Third place with 36 points, we have Goss Stefano Modena. And these are the three drivers which are the closest in the standings so far. We have a considerable gap for fourth place because we can find Satoru Nakajima from Mistral at 18 points, followed by Alain Prost for Viper, 16, Thierry Boutsen with his Egypt CWF, 15 points, then Emanuele Pirro, Mice Plower, Katayama for Gladiators, Jonathan Palmer for CB Racing, Roberto Moreno for Wombats, Eric Valdenpole for BHP again, then Paul Belmondo for Gladiators, and the last driver who scored a point is Mika Hakkinen for Cesario. It's worth noting that the only two teams who were able to score points with both of their drivers are BHP and Gladiators so far. With that said, we can go straight to the qualifying session.
Indeed. So we are just looking from outside of the paddock. No teams have gone out yet. Buenos Aires is a track I even forgot hosted F1.
Yeah, it wasn't active in this particular year of cars, but it hosted I think 3 Grand Prix in the late 90s. I remember 97 and 98, not sure about 99, but yeah. It's a bit newer than the cars we're seeing here on the grid. As being a fantasy league, we had some more original tracks compared to the real calendar of 91.
Yeah, it's not a track I know a lot about, but I know it has like 15 or more configurations, so the layout could have basically been different every year.
Yeah, well, one of the most peculiar layouts is basically what we've seen 3 years ago in Formula 1 with the Bahrain outer oval. It follows all the outer perimeter of the track and it's extremely fast. That's not the case for today as we're running the classic layout. Very twisty track. Oh, here we see already Roberto Moreno. Busy.
Very, very twisty. That's going to be a problem for some of the lesser skilled
Saying
drivers.
it's a very twisty winding track. Priority is chassis setup here. It's similar, it's comparable to tracks like Hungary, I think.
Yeah, Hungaroring is also very twisty. I'd say arguably more twisty. This layout has a lot of kind of very sketchy areas.
Yeah, very smooth track.
Something like the lake spin on those twisty areas.
Yeah, Woodson, arguably the greatest favorite for the championship run. He scored 2 poles in the first 2 races, but then wasted his 2 wins. dominated the almost the whole race distance, but then got caught up in some rather silly mistakes. Hopefully it's not the case for him today, but we'll see. Still on board with Moreno here.
Again,
Wheel on the grass.
that,
In the
that,
right lane for there.
yeah, that corner looks like it's going to be problematic.
So for the action and entertainment.
So first time of the day.
Closing in. So 128.9. Standing start at 8.
Second, I believe that's I didn't. Oh, I know what it is. My apologies. Eric van der Poel, new provisional fastest lap. I know what it is. I did not change the game.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
It's configured for automobilist.
There we go.
That works. Van der Poel, provisional pole, as you said. Toshio Gawa in third, championship leader.
That's actually a very good first banker lap by Moreno. To be in between the VHBs, although there's a few cars now starting to put their fast lap is quite quick. Suzuki is also a surprise set. It's very early in the session yet. So.
Now Modern is taking place. Yeah, as I said, it's a track which prioritizes chassis quality over the engine power, so we can see cars with a better chassis, such as Ghost with the Wombats. They're already up there, the big names. We're running with Stefano Modena, currently in second place, 3/10 of pole. Prost is now in third place. Another championship favorite, but we still haven't found the true pace.
The engine, yes, is definitely holding back, as we saw in the Kyle.
We seem to have both engine and tire wear issues at Interlagos. Let's see if it's the case again today, or they managed to solve at least one of the issues. Swerving all over the braking line.
I think Prost might be on it. Yes. So is Van der Poel, so let's see who's on a lap.
Nugawa stumbled down to 10th place. Now 11th.
Very interesting, yeah. Maybe at a half spin on that tricky.
I thought he was a good lap as well compared to his average performance so far. 8th place.
True. There's a lot of. Seems like this might be a wild card of the round. So they'll be struggling. They'll really bring the best of the best out of Frost, Modena, Moreno, Palmer, they're all top talents in motorsport.
Yeah, Belmondo trying to overtake Gregor Foytek. Oh, this is going to hurt the trap quite a lot.
And I'm also very sure of the Goodyear tyre that will really shine during this race, as it has to do with wear from
Yeah, as we can remember some of the classic races from Hungary, very similar track. For example, 97 race, there was a massive difference between tire manufacturers that ultimately led to the final results.
Let's see what track temp is like. 26.8. Quite hot. Not too hot. It's a very hot summer stage. Getting hotter all day.
It's a bit cooler here. Rain for the night. Summer hasn't bloomed so far.
All the windows in my house are open and there's no breeze. There's nothing. It's so hot.
Yeah. This is pretty much what the drivers are experiencing right now.
So let's see some traffic now.
Really mixed up field so far. Not even the top 10. Jonathan Palmer with 4th place. Ogawa still stuck in 15th. Gasher ahead.
Oh, he's coming in. Okay, so he's waved that one off. Haslam has gotten his time into the top 10, which is worrying.
It's still soon, but yeah, it is worrying indeed.
This is David Coulthard, one of the youngest drivers in F1 right now with the Passion team. He's also waving off his lap.
It's
He is in just quite good performance.
and check on the HUB which drivers still doesn't settle up. Their view. The first one is Nakajima. Chavez. Good chunk of the field.
That's true.
They're all on track. They seem to be all on track now. Well, let's see the evolution. It's happening. Ooh, big oversteer on the final corner there. And he's starting his lap now. Clean lap so far.
Race trim fuel. Given that crucial setup. So far, I would say this is the most difficult track on the calendar.
Yeah, out of the three we've seen, it's definitely the most difficult one, the most corners. A lot of variation from personal corner is insane.
1 second. I'm gonna raise your volume a little bit more because I believe it's a little hard to hear you on my side. No, that should be good now. Okay. So yeah, this is really a tough track, especially that corner right there. Seems Hakkinen got through it well enough, but it's the difference between 5/10 second, and then this bit here. There's a lot of oversteer.
And this will indeed order the tires in the race.
Yes.
The Pirelli drivers are won.
100%.
20th place for Mika Hakkinen. It is 3 odd seconds after all time. Kentucky Norway in the 132,
Not,
right behind Hakkinen.
not last, which is good.
Not last, but a whole second behind Mika Hakkinen. The gap is massive.
Nakajima now on his start.
Nakajima, I think it's an outlap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the outlap. Very consistent season so far for Nakajima. He's got a 6th place in Kyalami, 5th place in Interlagos, 4th place overall in the standings. There are rumors of the Honda Power cars like Mistral and AGRT already bringing an engine update for the next round in Imola. So we'll see.
Yeah, with all the money coming in from the top teams, they'll be able to run away with it. Here we go, Nakajima.
He has Moreno ahead, but he's quite far, shouldn't be interfering with his lap.
No
Big
change.
chance for Nakajima is that all the top drivers seem to have a bit of difficulties. Aside from Modena, which
Yeah,
is still in trouble.
they all had difficult opening laps with oversteer in some places. Nakajima is driving on first or warmer track because cars have been on it, and he's gotten more clean air than some top drivers. Like Alan Prost had to deal with a bit of traffic when he was on his lap, so I expect maybe a top 5 time from Nakajima for Mistral today.
Yeah, it's 4/10 off Eric van der Poel in sector 2. Let's see. On the final corner now.
That was a good last corner entry, not much oversteer there. It's looking good.
It's a 1:29, which sets him in 8th place.
Not too bad.
Just ahead of his teammate.
Not too bad at all. I would say a little bit disappointing because he's got that Williams chassis to really drive him around the track, but it's not too bad. It's within the points.
Maybe it's an acclimatization lap. He's already improving in his second try.
Active suspension. Williams chassis.
He's improving, but not by much. Just 100th of a second. Maybe he's actually feeling the dirt here from Moreno's car.
Yeah, there could be a bit of aero wash coming off of Moreno.
Oh, Moreno almost spins. This is gonna hurt Nakajima's chance.
Getting a lot of tow from Moreno, and yes, that will help him improve.
He has improved and he's ahead of Barbata, which is surprising. Oh, this lap won't be good because Moreno is blocking me all over the place.
Yeah, Moreno's definitely testing race fuel because he has done about 3 laps on the trot now and no sign of slowing down. Jonathan Palmer, I think on an outlap.
Still a very respectable 6th place. Good performance by the British driver.
He's also quite consistent when his car isn't getting involved in any trouble or having issues. He's generally quite a safe driver. Very clean exit to start his lap. There's a yellow flag, so there could be issues up ahead.
Going on.
I think it's
I
Prost.
don't see any cars out of the track on the minimap, so I don't know what happened.
Maybe it was
Maybe,
someone going into the pits.
I'm not improving. No, it's not improving anymore this time.
2 minutes left in the session, so 2 minutes until the excitement begins.
And we hope it's gonna be an unpredictable race, just like Interlagos. I'm pretty confident we're gonna see some crashes here. The track is really tight, everybody's gonna...
I'm not one to wish for danger, but all I'll say is it might be exciting. Sheesh.
Lots of traffic.
Look at that. Palmer smoothly gets by Johansson.
This is definitely a race simulation now, with all the overtakes he has to do.
I think Palmer improved there, or Mike going crazy. 6th place?
Oh, it was already in 6th place.
Ah. Oh, it's just Prost ahead of him now. Speaking of the Nintendo cars, actually, sorry for cutting you off, but
yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
The console wars. Let's see what's going on with them. So we have Piro and Gasho, 19th and 20th. Then Coulthard and Chavez separate them from the Johansson Cup. And then behind Johansson, way down the order is News. So Nintendo is still being beat. Oh!
There's a collision.
Rydell getting in the way of the ghost cars. But yeah, that was Larawi having to dive into the pits because of that altercation.
Yeah, he has front wing damage.
Well, indeed, the console wars. The
Ogawa!
Oh,
Ogawa with the final lap. He gets pole position and seals the front row for BHP. It's a 1-2.
It's a lockout for BHP. Oh,
I wasn't seeing him in the standings.
That came from nowhere.
Brings out his flyer of a lap, and Boutsen as well in 3rd place.
Oh, it's the real fantastic trio that have been surprising us all championship long.
All the top cars are back where they belong, it seems.
I know one man who will be very happy with that. Front row lockout. I think that's the first lockout we've seen in this championship.
It is.
And I believe that brings us to the end of qualifying. Yes, it does. So all cars should be heading into the pits very soon. Still a busy track.
So we have Ogawa on pole, championship leader.
Championship ever that has been won. So
that would be the first one for sure. think the only drivers to score, the only Japanese drivers to score podiums in F1 were Kobayashi and Aguri Suzuki. They never managed to win the race, so let alone a championship.
So everyone trickles into the pits as we come to the end of qualifying.
Oh, and also the Massa. So podium in 2004 US GP.
So Ogawa gets official pole for the Argentinian Grand Prix, followed by Eric van der Poel, Thierry Boutsen, Stefano Modena, Alain Prost, Jonathan Palmer, Roberto Moreno, Satoru Nakajima, Fabrizio Barbazza, Paul Belmondo, Yukio Katoyama, Naoki Hattori, Paolo Barilla, Michele Alboreto, Andrea Montemini, Aguri Suzuki, Oscar Lorauri, Julian Bailey, I almost said Jonathan Bailey, Manuel Piro, Bertrand Gachot, David Coulthard, Pedro Chavez, Stefan Johansson, Ricard Rydell, Mika Hakkinen, Taki Inu, Gregor Foytek, and Luis Perez Sala rounds out the field.
And
So,
without further ado, we can go straight to the race.
before we get the festivities underway, off we are.
Already underway.
Is it going to be a clean turn one?
Van der Poel takes first place from his teammate Ogawa. Seems, yeah. Van der Poel already trying to fly away. Great start.
We've seen what happens when you try to fly away and things go wrong.
Hudson solidly third place, followed by Stefano Modena. Nakajima made up 2 positions already, he's in 6th place. Palmer and Moreno didn't have a greatest of starts, it seems.
So BHB lockout for half a lap into this Argentinian Grand Prix. Juan Oscar Galvez. Katayama, yes, with a good start. Did you mention, or a poor start?
Good start because it was already in 10th place. Where Belmondo started.
Oh, and that's Ogawa fighting back. No team orders.
This is gonna raise the blood pressure on PHP's manager, Manuel Basile. I'm sure he wants Ogawa to stay there, because of course he's the driver with the most chances to lose the championship.
No issues into the tricky third sector that we saw gave some power slides.
Stefano Modena as well have taken Thierry Boutsen for the podium position. And Nakajima is in 5th place, so more troubles for Alain Prost, it seems.
This shouldn't be too much of a power track, so I expect big things from Prost.
He's been attacked by Jonathan Palmer as well now. Moreno also on the charge.
Is this Moreno's first time in the points?
I'm gonna check his standings.
No, it's not his first time in the points, actually. He has 4 points.
Okay.
So, Wombats doing well. They have a good base to start off with their early Ferrari chassis. So they just need to keep on moving from here.
And always keep an eye on Fabrizio Barbato because also at Interlagos he was starting way far back. And we know how the race finished. He took the flag and won that.
Yeah, he seems to be a lurker. He likes to watch everything unfold. He does Prost better than Prost does Prost.
Yeah. That's a good description. Just let the tires do their job.
Van der Poel dropping back.
Nakajima now in 4th place. He's managed to overtake Thierry Boutsen as well. Great pace by the Japanese driver in these opening laps.
Gawa has definitely irritated Van der Poel as all that fighting has forced him to play it safe.
Modena has overtaken Van der Poel for 2nd place. It seems that the Williams chassis is working really well on this track configuration.
Could be a battle between Ghost and Mistral if we're not careful. I think there's been a retirement already. Let's see who it is. Gregor Wojtek. So already the Passion Vitesse cars are starting to fall apart here in Argentina.
Yeah, this is a disaster for the French team because they were already in red with their budget. And now they're gonna pay even more for the engine replacements.
Definitely start losing sponsors with these kind of performances. And I think that's not the only early retirement. We also have Inaue. What happened to him? Another failure?
Yeah, should be.
Oh, what a terrible place.
He stopped.
Oh!
There's a spin. Yeah, that's a failure for sure, but then he got hit by Sala as well.
He's lucky to not have collided with Sala at high
Might have been
speed.
a suspension failure.
Very lucky to miss the walls.
Into the race, and we're already seeing a lot of retirements. Seems like it's gonna be a tough race for the reliability aspect.
The hot South American conditions creating an environment of attrition for these high performance F1 cars. Ogawa is starting to scream away from the field, so yeah, it's looking good for BHB.
Hot weather is surely playing a factor in this. We have a good train for podium spot in 3rd place because Van der Poel doesn't seem to have the pace of his teammate and he's being tackled by Nakajima, Boutsen and Prost.
Yes, he definitely was unhappy with the way he was pushed out of the top spot by his teammate. It looks like it shook him up a bit. Modena took advantage of all the commotion. Now you have some of the finest talent in the championship all together, and it looks like Boutsen is going to try something very soon. If Van der Poel doesn't pick up the pace or Nakajima doesn't try for an overtake.
The first driver who's going to overtake Van der Poel is going to have a major bonus in their race because the train that's been forming is not good neither for the tires nor the engines. Nakajima really close now. I think the attack is going to come, if not in this lap, in the next few laps.
And Modena can nice and comfortably start working towards Ogawa, seeing if he can take the number 1 spot away from him. These 4 fight it out.
Van der Poel has the upper hand on the straights, can defend with the might of his Ferrari engine, but anywhere else he's struggling a lot.
Already 5 laps out of the 36 here are gone.
Very interesting race so far. It is not clear. Who's gonna take the flag and win it?
Tori not having a great day all the way down 13.
Yeah, Hattori is really important for the team because of his sponsors, but so far his season hasn't been great. Vanderpool and Nakajima still really close. Frost has lost some ground from the train. Might be really struggling with the tires, I don't know. Modena 1.8, no 2.2 seconds behind Hitoshi Ogawa. I think he might have a chance to catch him and go for the lead. Modena was set to win the Interlagos GP, but lost it on the final lap when he was overtaken by Babat on better tires. Really not break for the Italian driver and the Gus team.
Modena seems to be going okay though. It doesn't seem like he's having any issues, and he's relatively holding that the gap between himself and Ogawa. So he's putting distance between the guys behind him because he fears for his life what would happen if he has to join that train.
Yeah, he had quick reactions, was able to overtake Vanderpool when he counted. Now he can build the gap. And not pay much attention to the guys behind him.
And Ogawa now is just making bits of this pack because it's 7 laps into the GP, not an issue. And he won Kyalami like this, just pure consistency and nothing else. What I wonder now is, because Pirelli will definitely wear much quicker on the tight and twisty track like Buenos Aires, the Goodyears are going to start coming into their own. And I think the closest Goodyear, yeah, that's what I thought. Barbazza always in the picture. And I'm sure...
Already overtaken Jonathan Palmer. In 8th place.
I'm sure he's going to start doing some special work, like always, to perform to the level that he is capable of, as we've seen from the previous 2 Grand Prix, where especially he won. He knows how to use those tires seemingly better than anyone else.
Yama's well overtakes Jonathan Palmer.
Very clean textbook take on very clean textbook overtake is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, Vanderpool is still really close to Nakajima.
Vanderpool is starting to get a move on, I think. I think he's getting back into his groove. He's putting at least a 2-car distance between himself and Nakajima now, and I think Nakajima might be the one who falls victim to Boots. Modena even further than ever from the rest of the pack. But I think Ogawa is actually starting to pull a gap to Modena because the timing has increased from 3 seconds to 5 seconds now.
Yeah.
Bit of
Just gained
oversteer
one
there.
final in the last 2 laps.
No position changes.
Nakajima's close now, as well as Prost to Butson. Doesn't seem to gain a lot from the slipstream. Barbatha is approaching Morin.
Seems like top guys are just doing a lot of waiting.
Look at Barbatha already there, almost with the train for the third place.
Yeah, the more waiting these top guys do, the more that Goodyears can start coming into their own and attacking. So they want to get a move on if they're looking for top points, because Barbatza is coming, and when he comes hard, fast.
Yeah, I won't comment on this.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that was a poor choice of words. I didn't think that through. I was like, Murrayism.
Yeah.
Further down the field, Gladiators Yukio Katayama doing quite well. Palmer, consistent as always, holding the final championship points. But Michele Alboreto is right there with his Goodyear tires, so he might get that off Palmer. Belmondo, just outside the points. I think Hattori is starting to work now because he's held his qualifying position and he's staying close to Belmondo. He doesn't have.
I think we have a retirement. Sorry.
Oh yes, we do.
The front straight. Oh, and it's right though.
Let's see. It might be a engine failure.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of a knock. Might have bruised himself.
The engine seized. There was nothing he could do.
Salah still in it, despite his very, very slow pace. Hakkinen, his teammate, disgracing him and almost disgracing Chavez, who was in a much better car. Then you have Coulthard and Johansson for 21st place, with the two Sega cars running together, P4OW and Buenos. Barilla all the way in 14th, well, not all the way, just outside the points, but far away from the top guys and his teammate, obviously. Hattori still relatively close to Belmondo. Michele Alboreto trying to hound away at Palmer with his Goodyears, so I definitely believe the Goodyear drivers will really take advantage of how much wear Pirellis have to deal with when they are trying to stay quick through this tight track. Meanwhile, no changes to the All-Star, the Superstar battle that we've seen in these 4 cars. Great racing though.
They're all still studying each other, waiting for the right moment to pounce at the car ahead, try and attack.
And it seems that Modena has the fastest, most consistent race pace so far over Ogawa, although Ogawa might have pipped him at the post. Yeah, he did, so maybe timing will update surely enough, but Modena is staying at a good pace away from the pack. Not quite enough to catch up with Ogawa, who is dominating. I have an underlying feeling that Ogawa might pull a Bootsen if he's not careful and keeps moving at this pace.
So far, the drivers who dominated the race didn't end up well.
I think
not trying to jinx it for Ogawa, but it's factually what happens so far.
Oh,
Nakajima pulling out of the slipstream. Will he try and attack? No, not yet, but Bootsen will try. Oh, Nakajima wasted his chance. Now he's lost the position as well. And Woodson is in 4th place.
So the first attacks have begun, and it's Boutsen who has made the first successful move. This game of four-way chess.
Now Woodson will surely try the attack as well on Erik van der Polen.
I think Prost is waiting far too long to make a move. I think Prost is the kind of person who would benefit from having Goodyear tires and not Pirellis.
Nakajima still close. Moreno and Babata eating up some ground and joining the party.
Let's stick with Van der Poel. I think Van der Poel is fully aware of what he's doing and he's in control of this situation because he hasn't gotten overtaken. He's slowing these guys down. He's looking after his tires. He's in the podium position. He's letting all the chaos kind of happen behind him as drivers get frustrated. And I think he's in his very well right mind to do that because he knows, maybe he knows, that Barbazza will come. Oh my god. That Barbazza is going to catch up.
Yeah, that's better.
And disrupt that four.
Katayama as well might have a chance because he's also in the tires.
Oh, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Prost is actually starting to attack Nakajima, but does he have the horsepower?
Nakajima really slow in his face now. Maybe the slowest driver on top of this pack of 4. As we can see, Prost is losing a lot of ground on the straights.
Yeah, Prost is going to be dangerous when they get in a better engine. Barbazza very close to Moreno, who's been doing a very good job for Wombats this race.
It's gonna be one hell of a battle for the final spot of the podium. We now have at least 7 drivers who can fight for it. The pole is still getting pressured by Thierry Boutsen. The Belgian driver hasn't tried an attack so far.
Modena relaxing with an 11-12 second gap. Algawa still working away, chipping away at Modena by increasing the gap to now 7 seconds. Let's see if anything happens over the hill here.
Nakajima close to Boutsen. Might try attack? Yes, he does. Nakajima takes back 4th place.
Excellent driving from Nakajima there. So now he's worked hard to get back to square one. Now he needs to really concentrate if he wants to get 3rd from pole and make Van der Poel panic, because Van der Poel has been controlling these guys and making sure that they don't get past him.
Yeah, this is starting to become a bit like a touring car race, where all the cars are in a pack, and if you try a move on the car ahead, you have to make sure you don't lose.
A lot more reserved. They're playing it smart. They know what they're doing, and they're showing that they are in the top cars for a reason, and they're worth every penny of the salary that they're paid.
Kajima has to try the attack on a corner because that BHP is really fast on the straights. I think Ogawa is about to approach the first lap car. Let's see if lap cars can play a factor here. Still a couple of corners ahead.
The way Ogawa negotiates that final tricky chicane, he's got this circuit on lock. He really used his qualifying as practice.
Yeah. Feels like it's his second home. Really commanding race so far for him. The only slip up was the start, where he got overtaken by Pole, but made up to it almost immediately.
I should switch to a random back marker because that's what happened when Stefano, or not Modena, but Terry Bootson spun. He just randomly spun and came into the picture. So I'm wondering if I switch to a random back marker, will something happen?
Ogawa now has better style ahead of him. So the biggest chance for something to happen is there. And Paul is still in third place.
I think it's Luis that. Yeah, it is.
Ogawa's getting closer now. And he's gonna have a bit of a gap before he encounters the next cars.
I think Ogawa will get by Salah cleanly enough because there's no one around him. So if Ogawa messes up, it'll be on himself.
I think he's well aware he has all the time he wants to complete the move. As we remind you, there are no blue flag obligations in this championship. So the lap cars are allowed to keep their position and block if they want.
Yeah, Ogawa lifting off more than usual, making sure he doesn't go too far into Salah. It's a very tricky area to not blue flag, but just lap.
Will they try it here? Not yet.
He's very wise.
Wise move.
Maybe here.
Final corner. No, not yet.
He's really waiting. Really wants to secure this race for BHP. Here we go now.
We'll try it here for sure. First corner.
Textbook. That was perfect.
Very clean, what he needed.
And
now
I think
it'll be Modena, so
Modena will do more of the same, I think. As he has even less pressure, as Van der Poel is still dealing with these guys.
oh, look at Prost. Oh, Barbazza
Look at
is
Barbazza.
already-
Barbazza is now here. I told you this would happen.
Yeah, he has commenced his usual late race climb. Be aware, might have a podium contender here. He sees Van der Poel, he doesn't care about the other three cars. Oh, the pole was
It's
run
actually
away a little
pulled a
bit.
gap. I told you he was in complete control. I think he was anticipating kind of someone to come along eventually and disrupt the three battling there, and Barbatza has finally come to his aid. Really, yeah, really strategic masterclass from Van der Poel, because he has got this absolutely right, and he's had these three eating out of his hand ever since 10 laps ago.
Let's see if and when Barbatha
If and when
can try
Barbatza.
and attack. Can try and attack.
That is the question. If and when Barbatza. When and when if. Modena now coming up to cleanly laps Salah, I imagine. Ogawa still having a good day.
This is about to become a 5-way battle for the podium spot. Oh, I think we have lost Ukyo Katayama, because I don't see him in the top 10 anymore. Where is he?
Might be retired. He has.
Oh, yes, it is. He's missing the front wing too.
Could have been a hard shunt. Let's see if anyone got collected in that.
Oh, that's a shame because he was in 9th place.
It happened some time ago, so we were very distracted.
Gladiator still leads a car in the top 10 with Belmondo. Now Alboreto in 9th place, 2 points for Scutijers. Yeah, it happened quite a lot ago.
Yeah, I don't think we'll find it on the tape, but I assume it was a standard failure.
Yeah. Now Modern has approached Perez Sala. See if he can do it as quick as Ogawa. Have lost less time than the Japanese driver. Using his weight. Just gonna dive in turn one. Really clean.
No issues there.
And he's free to push again.
And now Barbatza's under the rear wing of Prost.
Still no change here, aside from Barbatha getting closer.
Modena's pulling away now from Luis. And now Prost under attack, the first of Barbatza's victims. Like I said, Van der Poel has got this completely correct, to let the tyres do their thing, but the problem is, will he be able to hold off Barbatza when he comes? So we'll have to see that.
Let's see. Barbatha's a little bit more power than the Ghost. Oh, I'm sorry, the Viper. You can wait for full straight. Nice time here. Now it's close and he had his first real chance.
I think Prost is about to become a victim here.
Yeah, way faster than Prost. Look at that. Let's go dive in. There he goes. Yes, Barbatha's in 6th place now. His next prey is gonna be Thierry Boutsen.
See if we can see any kind of fighting spirit. Oh, it's Barbatza. A little bit of a slip from the tyres there, but have any fighting spirit to go back after Barbazza. He's more likely doing damage control from the lack of power his car has.
Be aware of the reliability issues as they're approaching the final 10 laps of the race. I think we're gonna see more retirements.
Yeah, and if
Just
any of these guys, these three here, if they have a reliability issue and they collect one of the others, it's going to be a disaster.
So now also really close to Nakajima. Oh, big slide from Goodson. It seems he's gonna have the same issues as Interlagos. Now the Buffers is going for the attack. 2-1.
And that's another one.
Another one.
Van der Poel, I don't know how you predicted this, but now I just wonder if Van der Poel can, after doing all the hard work to stay ahead, I just wonder now if he can hold off Barbazza, because Barbazza is driving like a mythic legend. He's just taking his underpowered car, or not underpowered, but I would argue less high tech than these top cars, and just destroying them.
See if he can get ahead of Nakajima.
I mean, he's already all over Nakajima. And there's nothing they can do. The owner of AGRT, I believe, AGRT, yeah. He has really crafted a car, tire, and driver combo that is going to be very dangerous in the late game of the championship. Like, Barbazza is a title contender, whether you like it or not.
And they're gonna have the engine upgrade right from the next race, so yeah, it's gonna be very dangerous indeed for the championship.
Not enough space for Barbazza to attempt, but now he can set it up for lap 25. Ogawa still with no problems.
Nakajima's only chance is to overtake Van der Poel before he gets overtaken by Barbazza. But that's it. Let's see if Barbazza can try the move, because Mistral and AGRT have the same same engine. Doesn't have a power advantage in the straights.
I don't even remember Barbazza being this good at F1 in general in real life. Maybe he did more sports cars.
Yeah, it was decent in IMSA championship as he drove a Ferrari 333 SP up until when he was involved in a terrible crash which ended his career altogether in the late 90s.
It seems Barbazza now is having issues as those the two ahead of him have the same engine, so they can at least keep their straight line speed, or the aerodynamics of their superior chassis will keep them in front. So it looks like, yeah, Van der Poel got this.
I think we're seeing an archaic DRS train here, because Barbazza is trying to get closer to Nakajima with the slipstream, but Nakajima also has the slipstream of Van der Poel, of course.
Yeah.
With the Mistral and the GRT having the same engine, Barbazza can do anything on the straight.
It's causing Barbazza to get backed up into Goodson.
Butsen exploiting the situation, trying to get back to his 5th place.
And Prost is there too.
Alboreto has also overtaken Moreno for 8th place. Nice race for the Italian driver.
Yep, that's the use of the good years now that he's taken advantage of Moreno with, and I think Belmondo will do the same very soon.
Look like he's on the straight now.
Look at that.
Belmondo, major power advantage with the Renault engine. He doesn't try the move.
Belmondo had a huge speed difference, but he just didn't want to try it.
Batha all over Nakajima now. He's gonna try it here. It's not enough. Good defending by the Japanese driver. Still sees the podium right ahead of him. But he's running out of chances now with 10 laps to go.
Still no reliability retirements from P4OW onward.
Let's see if he can be helped by Van der Poel slipstream once again. This time Bambatha is really close.
So now might have enough slipstream.
Nakajima manages to pull away.
Oh, but here is Salah. The wild card.
Oh yeah, we have a lap car. This might change the order.
The only...
oh, and I've seen an engine exploding. I think
it's Boutsen!
Whoa! Boutsen race sends up in a fireball.
Poor
I've seen a bright light there in the background, and it's Boutsen's car.
Poor Boutsen. Oh, but now that takes pressure off of Babatza and Prost now.
Second race in a row with no points for Ajib CWF.
That's...
Thierry Boutsen can catch a break in this season. Be it for his mistakes or now reliability issues.
Yeah, very, very
Oh,
unfortunate.
Nakajima trying to move.
Nakajima! On the outside! He has the run!
Doesn't make it.
And Barbatza being attacked by Prost. Prost! Oh my god!
Wow. The race has come back to life once again. Now Nakajima still really close.
And now Alboreto's in the mix.
Nakajima tries a move. Nakajima is in 3rd place.
And Barbatza now cuts back.
That engine failure has shaken up the field. Now we have Perez Sala. Might be another variable in the equation. Nakajima with a great move. Found his chances. He's now in 3rd place. Final podium spot. Let's see if he can get rid of Perez Sala in a timely manner. That's what he needs now.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be biased, but that's my car. I have all the rights to be excited for it.
I know the feeling. Well, I don't know the feeling because my car sucks. And that's Barbatza squeezing by. And now Michele Alboreto putting the moves on Prost.
And the qualifies back.
Side by side, BHB, their plan is starting to crumble. And that's Alboreto.
Lost.
Nakajima trying to get past Salah.
He'll do it right now.
And now Belmondo Gladiators is in this. Okay, Nakajima is past, so he can relax.
Is running away. Can run away. Maybe now Barbata will come. As you said earlier.
He will.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is on a run.
Barbatza screaming at Salah, get out of the bloody way. A failed overtake attempt. Now,
still side by side.
Van der Poel looking.
Salah resisting.
And now Alboreto and Belmondo, and it's just chaos. Who comes out on top? Barbatza comes out on top. Van der Poel now next to get through. Alboreto looking for a way around. And yes, he gets past Van der Poel.
Alboreto. He's a great 5th place now.
And Van der Poel has absolutely left this to shambles. Belmondo now looking for a way past. Prost has snaked his way into 6th. And now he just needs to get past Salah to keep those very well-earned points. Belmondo of Gladiators getting past Wombles, or Wombat. And Van der Poel now needs to find a way to counter-attack. Prost is going to get by nicely. And he cuts off Van der Poel from getting past Salah by using Salah as leverage. So that was a masterful defense. And now he can go back, attack Alboreto. I know that he has more pace than Alboreto, but Alboreto really planned that and came out of nowhere. Barbatza is gaining on Nakajima once again. And Ogawa!
Ogawa!
No!
No way! No way! I can't believe it.
Stefano Modena is leading the Argentinian Grand Prix. BHP has just fallen apart. 6 laps to go. Ogawa, engine blown. And Alboreto is one position away from the podium. Barbatza driving a masterclass, now fighting for 2nd place. Mistral.
That's what I said earlier. If you dominate a race in this championship, you're cursed.
You are cursed. So now Stefano Modena might win the Argentinian GP for, I dare say it, underdog's ghost. Ghosts weren't expected.
It's too soon to say.
It is, I guess. Barbatza is now coming after Nakajima. And Alboreto is holding his own against Prost. And Van der Poel finally passed Salah, who has been a massive wrench in the operations for BHP, keeping the one car in the podium spot as Ogawa retires. Moreno, I assume, just trying to secure 8th, with Belmondo doing a great job for Gladiators. Nakajima now under attack, seriously defending 2nd with his life.
Yeah, 2nd place is good, but 3rd place is also nice, so don't do anything stupid. Considering that Alboreto is also coming.
Barbatza is pound for pound the most polarizing driver in the championship.
Nakajima still defending really well. Now he's left.
Oh, that's amazing! That's amazing!
Barbatha goes in. He's in 2nd place now.
And now Alboreto actually is in the picture because he also has good years. And Nakajima is going to be pushed out of the podium if he's not careful. But I think Prost can't catch up to those 3 because he's got Pirellis that are dying off. But Van der Poel is inherently quicker with his engine than Prost, so he might take fifth away from Prost. In which case, if Belmondo gets past Salah with his Goodyears, he might be able to even take sixth away from Prost. But let's look again as Michele Alboreto comes for Nakajima.
4 laps to go now. 3.5.
Modena still on course to win the Argentinian Grand Prix.
Major pace difference between Pirelli and Goodyear. This phase, I think Alboreto will get his...
Alboreto! He's so close! Porsche power! Racing Scootergris against Mistral. They're dicing for the only podium position left in the race. Alboreto's all over Nakajima. He's defending valiantly, but it might not be enough.
Yeah, he needs to do it on a corner because the Porsche engine is lacking a lot of power.
Porsche V12, I believe. Flat.
Definitely not one of the
Flat
one of
block.
the best engines on the grid.
Yeah, but it seems to be going well enough.
Van der Poel tumbling down the standings, he's in 9th place now, and he's out of points. Something. Oh,
Double
that's
retirement. Double
for
retirement.
BHP.
BHB. 3 laps from the end, completely shattered.
Heartbreak for BHP in a race to forget.
And Hattori fighting
Sorry,
Julian Bailey.
First points as well, Julian Bailey. Bailey goes past, go to probability because of the better tires. Let's follow.
Moreno running out of fuel.
Almost out of fuel. That's hot.
And Alboreto side by side again with Nakajima. Is he going to cut him off at the final corner? Rabatza running away in the distance.
No,
Nakajima defends it. Alboreto's running out of fuel. Nakajima still has plenty. This is going to come down to the wire for second place. Or for third place, I'm sorry.
We might see some retirements due to empty tanks. That's not what I expected at all. Moreno and Alboreto now having difficulties.
Hattori still defending those 2 points in 9th place. So we have both Mistral drivers very busy trying to earn their keep in the team. Julian Bailey trying again. It's going to be successful.
Let's follow Nakajima and Alboreto. They're still really close. But Alboreto has the added issue of fuel running out.
See if we can see how much liters he's got in that tank. No, it's not on his digital dash, unfortunately.
Let's see if he has enough to both complete the pass and get to the finish.
Can't believe
He
it.
needs to do it on a corner because there's no way he's gonna overtake the Mistral on a straight.
BHB completely controlling the race. Now both have no points.
Wow. The standings are gonna go under a major reshuffle. Modena surely being the championship leader now, followed by Bata, I suppose. As you can see, he has no power, Alboreto.
Well, he has power, but it's just simply not enough. This is a stunning drive from Alboreto, but he needs to get it done.
Lap now. Very heated battle for the last place on the podium.
Modena still at work. Wow, Johansson really cut him off there. That could have been catastrophic.
There's no need to rush for Modena. Oh, and they're all struggling with fuel now. Nakajima might have a little bit more than Alboreto. should be safe. See if Alboreto tries to move on the final lap, or even now. What a race! Another great, exciting race for this championship.
Prost is holding
Completely.
5th, but Belmondo is there, like I said he'd be. He seems to be holding it well enough. Alboreto is trying everything to get past Nakajima, but the power just isn't there.
One more lap for Nakajima to defend that very well deserved.
We have a
third place.
retirement, and it's
Oh,
Alan
it's
Prost
Wow,
out of
that's
fuel.
That's fuel, I think.
If Prost is out of fuel, we also have another. I think, is that still Prost? No, it is still Prost.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Prost.
I thought we had another.
Julian Bailey announced. Oh, Nakajima! There's a lap car. It's Johansson. Let's see if he can get rid of him. Yes, he can.
With Alboreto well tucked up on the inside, but Johansson's going to cut him off, I think.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, Johansson is still ahead. Johansson is still ahead. This might play the key role for the result of the race. Oh, Alboreto diving in.
Pulls out, but he doesn't have the speed.
No, there's no speed. Modena, no, still not approaching the final lap, the final corner, sorry. We can stick with this too. Alboreto still really close.
I think Nakajima might keep it.
Modena is crossing the line, so he wants to switch to him.
Yeah, Modena.
Stefano Modena wins the race.
I think that's 3 different winners in 3 different races.
Let's go back to Barbati in second place. Now let's see the Barbati in third place. Final corner.
Oh, a bit of oversteer, but I think he's going to keep it. He's going to keep it.
What
a drive!
First podium of the season, followed by very good Michele Alboreto. What a race. 5th place for Belmondo. I think we have another retirement. Bailey, Moreno, not there.
So that's 2A GRT. Oh no, it's only 1. Because, oh no. That was Thierry Boutsen who retired. So AGRT, yes, both getting cars across the line. Moreno getting 7th, Palmer 8th with a outstanding consistent drive. Hattori staying within the points. Barilla unexpectedly claiming the last point, while David Coulthard 12th. Maybe with a bit more time, Coulthard. Maybe with a bit more time. What a race. Barely, I'd say barely any fuel.
This has proven to be a very difficult race for the reliability of the cars. We've lost all the major protagonists. Woodson, Prost, Ogawa.
That was just such a drive from Nakajima.
Now Stefano Modena is the championship leader.
So that's it from Argentina.
It keeps getting better.
Jesus, that was something else. We have cars all over the track that have run out of fuel. Moreno can't make it back to the pits. Barilla, Suzuki, Coulthard barely made it into the pit lane. Gachot ran out of fuel. So now you know how many people were going to retire if there was an extra lap. Like that really came down to nothing.
Let's check the final standings. Modena wins for Ghost Racing.
Yeah, he's out of the car now, off to stand on the podium. Barbatza, second place. Nakajima with an outstanding podium securing drive from Michele Alboreto, who came out of nowhere with the Goodyears and wiped the field, even though he stood so far, he started so far back. Belmondo also a great drive. Bailey also all the way down in the pack, finishing in sixth. Moreno out of the car, out of fuel, securing seventh, a good drive from Wombat. Uh, Palmer eighth, Hattori ninth, Barilla 10th with the final points paying spot. So that's really going to shake up the championship because both BHB cars out. There was a massive crash for P4OW. P4OW could have been injured, so we need to see that on the replay. He's missing a wheel in the pits. Ogawa retired. Like Bootson retired. Katayama retired. It's just top name after top name out of the race. Prost ran out of fuel. I just have no words really. That was wow. You don't want to say anything about that? I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is tell your drivers not to stay in the lead for too long from the next race onwards, because that seems to bring a really good chunk of bad luck.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna sign off. I don't really have words for that
Okay,
race. I
we're
hope
gonna
you
have a
enjoyed
first
it.
market window now for the upgrades, and then we're flying to Italy for the San Marino Grand Prix in Imola.
Yes. So have a good evening from me and
Yeah.
Lorenzo Turi, who's definitely happy with that because that was something else from Nakajima today. I didn't think that kind of drive would come out of him, really.